if you want to be a senior treasurer, again, it's still limited. You have all these people fighting for that top spot. The same thing with corporate, where I was. So I was in large corporates. I was handling the second largest portfolio in the whole entire department. And I'm looking through at the head of department. Head of department, there's about 20 to 30 people, all gunning for this spot. All these people have about 15 years ahead of you in terms of experience. It starts to dawn on you, how likely is it that you're going to just shoot up and climb unless you're extremely extraordinary? That being said, I still wanted to climb that corporate route. The way I knew how, and as most bankers do, is from swapping from one bank to the other.
Right.
So there were two banks that I had interest in, and I had already pushed my papers as well. This is 3 years into KCB.
And at this point, you're a head of department.
I'm not a head of
Not a head of
department.
department.
No,
Not yet.
no. Oh, no.
Okay,
this
sorry.
is corporate banker.
But let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
How much is a head of department making?
Okay. So a head of department at that time, I think, was 400 to 500. And then a departmental head would be $1 million plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a head of corporate would be like $1 million plus. Head of that department would be maybe 500.
Okay.
Thereabouts.
Okay, all right.
And
And a head of department, you're saying this guy has been in the industry for 15 years.
yes. In fact, all these senior bankers that you're seeing
Yeah.
have been in that department for 15 years. So you're looking at this and you're thinking, you've just entered, even if it's your third year, how long are you going to stay here before moving on to the next step? And then the next step. It's like a very long chain. So what most bankers usually do, they swap. They move to another bank at a higher rate. They're brought back in at a higher rate. And they keep doing the hop until they're somewhere.
Right.
And I still know friends to date who have done this. And that's the only way they've
Been able to,
move.
but like moving through one company
Oh,
through
no.
the chain,
It is difficult, especially in banking.
Yeah.
They will take you for granted. What do you know? Or even if you've done another degree, what do you know?
yeah.
You're still the same person. You will still give us the same work ethic. In fact, I will add to you more responsibilities.
But not increase your
not
pay.
growth. Thank you. Not pay, not growth.
Gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
At this point, of
Yeah.
course, reality had also hit in terms of like, it's not always just about the money. It's about also what you can do externally. The discussions and conversations you have with older peers, they start teaching you that, look, if you want to make it in life or if you want to achieve your goals, you got to do more than just
The
rely
9
on
to
a
5,
job. The
right.
9 to 5 will never be enough.
Yeah.
And that's something, ironically, that my father has always said. So it made a lot of sense. Here I am, still a corporate banker, thinking about moving to, there were two options in terms of banking. And fortunately, this was also a time when I had a conversation with my father. This is how I ended up on the family business role.
Okay.
So being somebody who's extremely focused and serious in terms of what I want to do and structure, we had this conversation where he was like, so son, I have climbed through the corporate ranks. I have invested A, B, C, D. You want to do the exact same so that you do the same. Why not help me grow wherever I am and whatever I've invested in into the next level? And we had a candid conversation about this, and I started thinking it makes sense. At the end of the day, if anything happens to you, whether you're sick, whether you pass on, God forbid, they'll replace you the next day. There's no remorse about this. But growing something that has your name,
Right.
it's something where you can add value to something.
Yeah.
So